thankfully. The news is a bit quieter this morning. The Western media is awash with information that the Labour Party, have won a few seats. But for example, one of the seats they won was in London, and they've basically suggested that the ULEZ target issue, which is essentially a fee that's put levied on car owners whose cars don't meet certain standards, as if the UK is in any position, the residents of the UK are in any position to buy expensive electric cars, which now, according to electric car drivers that I've spoken to, actually cost more to run now than diesel cars. Like they're in any position to upgrade cars, like the infrastructure's in any condition to accept this upgrade of cars. It's daft. Anyway, despite that, and despite that problem being one of the reasons why these seats have changed hands, the Labour MPs are saying it's cool, that they're going to keep this going. It's just crazy. What was interesting for me was the lady who was just speaking on the news, and she was talking about this ULEZ fee. Now, the idea of fining somebody, punishing somebody because they don't have a car that meets your expectations, that's actually bare level Tory. That is a Tory policy. The alternative, the more left-wing welfarist policy, would be to fund people to upgrade their cars. So to give people the opportunity to upgrade using welfarism rather than using punitism by, fining them if they don't upgrade their. That's a very, very simple difference between a welfarist, punitive, left-wing, right-wing ideology, Labour Conservative ideology. And we're going to see more and more as the UK falls into this mindset that we somehow will change things by voting in Labour next year, which I'm sure will happen. We are very quickly going to realise that when it comes down to it, the perspectives are exactly the same. There is very, very little difference in home policy, very, very little difference in foreign policy. There's no focus on properly decoupling from the EU, maybe creating trade with other countries outside of the European Union and within that are more focused on our own needs and benefits. Bye, Jasper. Those are what we need. We need people with fresh ideas who are going to put more money into infrastructure, develop our own trade, develop our own industries, and actually mean that the UK has something positive to offer the rest of the world for, trade deals and for unions which are in respect and equality, because we've become so used to basing our international policies on disrespect and dishonesty that we don't really know what we're doing anymore. And we're not putting money into infrastructure. Electric cars is a perfect example. We do not have the infrastructure in the UK to handle everybody moving over to electric cars. So it is we don't even have the infrastructure for everyone in London to move over into electric cars. So the idea that we should be punitive towards people, we should fine people that cannot get electric cars is just wild. We are not there yet, guys. So I feel like maybe we're a year behind France in that respect, because I feel like the political system will change, but it's actually not going to change. It's just going to change colour and be exactly the same next year. And hopefully that is when people really start to wake up and see that this idea that our political system is a choice is not the reality at all. So that's what's been going on in Western media this morning. However, I might even do it. Actually, I'll do a new video because this one's gone on a bit longer. Yeah, Lib Dems have gone a little bit further. Labour Party's gained a few more seats. Will people vote for the Lib Dems in an actual election? These are by-elections. I think that is still tenuous. I'm not wholly sure, but my personal thoughts are that there will be a Labour victory in 2024 in the UK, but that it will make no difference.